Hello everyone, this is Zooc and today I'm bringing you a new drawing video. This one is going to be Ariel from the Disney cartoons. But don't get too excited because as you well know, you don't come to my channel for pretty girls. What this is going to be is a new series which is called Ruining Your Childhood. This was my friend Jennifer's idea. She suggested I take all of these cartoons that we all used to watch as kids, well, most of us at least, the older people. I'm 27. Soon 28, and what I was watching when I was a kid was obviously Disney, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that stuff. So she suggested I took those characters and reinterpreted them in my vision. So I'm going to draw them. I'm going to draw characters that are honest about their biological and evolutionary adaptations to their environment. Not what Disney's been lying to us with, but honest characters, sincere characters. And they're not going to be pretty. Because oftentimes, adaptations to a certain specialized environment turn out quite an ugly creature. More so than a beautiful looking, gracious creature. So, I'm going to be starting off with Ariel because I thought she was a prime example of what I'm going to be doing in this series. Ariel is a mermaid, a mythical creature, as you well know. Mermaids have been in mythology for thousands of years in different cultures, envisioned in different ways. Some are part fish, others have feathers. Others are sirens and not mermaids, luring you in with their songs and then killing you. So there's a lot of interpretations as with any mythical creature, but the essential part is that it is a humanoid-looking creature of the sea. So the most obvious choice for me, at least, would be to draw something that would be well adapted to diving at very low depths. So looking at some of the creatures that live on the bottom of the ocean, there are some quite distinct features. First off, a lot of them have some sort of plating going on, some sort of armor to protect them. A lot of the fish have these really huge mouths. They're bottom feeders. They sit on the bottom and lure and prey either with certain appendages that they have that emit light or, tricks, being able to disguise as a rock and then attacking unsuspecting fish that pass by. Basically, lots of very complex adaptations that would allow them to survive. So in this case, Ariel would be also somewhat plated. She wouldn't be smooth-skinned and perfect like Disney portrayed her. And she would have the typical eyes of a creature that lives on the bottom of the sea, and also the mouth, which is full of razor-sharp teeth. There have been some descriptions of mermaids throughout history that depicted them as very ugly, as having, these razor-sharp teeth and claws. And so I took that image because it seems more likely that a creature would have that because it needs to feed, right? It needs to hunt in the sea. So it's quite difficult to accomplish that without the proper arsenal. So sharp claws, webbed fingers, obviously, and various other fin appendages present on her body that would allow for easier swimming. Lack of hair, because hair adds quite a lot of drag to any swimmer. It's not quite conducive to the end goal if you're living in a sea. And you well noticed, not a lot of sea creatures have hair, if any, at all. So this makes logical sense. A character like this is going to be hideous looking because it needs to be adapted to its environment. So I think it's a really cool idea. I wish I had thought of it first, but I'm going to take all of these characters. I already have a lot of ideas about, the Ninja Turtles, for example, or Mickey Mouse. All of those are, I realize not all are Disney, but most of them are. Disney has quite a huge chunk of the characters that we used to love as kids. So that's going to be it about the drawing. It took very little time, about an hour and a half. I used quill pens this time for the sake of diversity. I still need to get accustomed to them. They're very messy. They're very difficult to work with because it takes a while for the ink to dry, and then if you rub your hand over it, then it's fucked. So that's quite annoying, but there's a different feeling when drawing with a quill pen than there is when drawing with markers or felt tip pens. It just feels more organic overall. So I'm gonna be getting used to those and doing it the old school way. I'm all about that stuff. So yeah, that's about it. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Oh, I'm sure you've recently heard about the whole debacle with fun creators if you haven't, which I would be very surprised, because if you're anywhere on the internet, on gaming Reddit or anything like that, you would have probably heard of it. Basically, this gaming company that made this game called Guise of the Wolf, which Total Biscuit covered in a video, decided it would be a good idea to try and censor his critique, and so they issued a copyright strike against the channel, taking 2 videos down. And so I emailed them, tried to ask them to remove the copyright strikes because it's not cool to do something like that. I gave them the Gary's incident as an example, and they threatened with lawyers, and they said that they wouldn't do it. So, you know, then they sent us various emails, denied when we posted the initial email, said that it was fake. So, quite a bit of bullshittery going on, and there was this huge drama. Like, the whole thing made front page of Reddit in several places. It was pretty crazy. So now the lawyers, we've gotten to that point. The lawyers are talking, and we'll see what's what and how it gets sorted. It should get sorted in our favor, to be honest, because they have no basis for issuing a copyright strike other than we didn't like what you had to say. And I'm sorry, that game is like the worst, literally the worst rated game on Metacritic right now, and everyone hates it. There's not a single person that genuinely enjoyed that game, I believe. And whoever says that, then it's probably one of the developers or someone that's related to them. Something like that. Someone that has a personal interest or a personal investment in that game. So, pretty shitty situation. And it's going to probably happen again and again because this is what people, you know, this is what YouTube is all about. Abusing the system to favorize the companies, the corporations, and not the content creators, which make YouTube still exist. Because without people creating funny and interesting videos, then what would you serve YouTube for? Cat videos? You know, that makes no money for them. Animal videos and shit like that makes absolutely no money other than music videos. You got music videos, gaming videos, and that's the 2 big money makers. Other than that, like, there's crafts, series, art, stuff that they can't monetize, and so they get no money from it. It's useless. This is what they depend on. You know, gaming YouTube videos are like the largest growing, you know, #1 subscribed to person on YouTube is a gaming channel. So that says quite a bit about what YouTube is becoming. And apparently they didn't get the memo that they should cater more to the creators. But we'll see what's what. It's a shitty situation, and we got to deal with it. There's nothing we can do. We got to fight it. What else can you do? Bow down and accept bullshit from shitty companies? Can't do that. Sorry. So yeah, please rate that shit if you enjoyed it. I will be continuing with other drawings. I got plenty of ideas, plenty of content now. I was getting a bit dry for a while because no interesting games are coming out that I consider as having interesting looking characters that I'd like to draw. But, you know, my reinterpretation of mythical creatures and Disney cartoons and household objects, that's going to be a lot of content for a long ass time. So pretty happy with that. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.